room with us if you are in the Zoom room. If we, and then I'm going to go live on Facebook as well. If I can figure it out. I did a test earlier. I can't make any promises. This is really weird. Missed everything. Hey, Tiffany, Latoya, Francis. I see some things. Today's email helped a lot. Thank you. I'm glad. I'll send a few more reminders as well. Thank you. Hey, Alicia, Crystal, Kim, Tia. I got 3 messages yesterday, but one was around 10:45 p.m. I am so sorry. I would never text y'all that late. We have been trying to figure out. There were like over 12,000 messages that went out. So when we asked them, like what's going on, what's happening, they're just like they had to like slow release them. So literally, I think only 100 people got them on time. So it was rough, but I'm glad some other people was ready to go. So again, I am just setting up on Facebook as well, and we are good to go here. If you were on last night, go ahead and let me know. I see a lot of you took the quiz. Jason, please go ahead. That's one thing I can give you guys. If you missed last night, Jason, can you please drop the quiz link for them to take? That is 100% for you guys, for you to kind of evaluate some of your strengths and weaknesses as you work to start your crafting business. So that one is all for you. And you guys, if you did not take it yesterday, please feel free to take it today. And that was also the homework last night. That was homework last night. So go ahead and post that. Let's see. Glad it was able to do this. I was on YouTube. Yes, YouTube, and I did not see any. I'm so sorry. If y'all was on YouTube talking to me, I did not get to see any of that. The replay for that is available in the VIP room. Hey y'all, Kim. Hey Shelly. I was on but couldn't submit a quiz. Okay, yeah. So like I said, Jason will drop that a few times for everybody. And as they're coming in the room, I'm so excited. I got some good stuff spread out here. Y'all get to see a little bit of, these are just some of the blanks that I just kind of keep out. I have a whole storage room full of them, but there's just stuff everywhere in the craft house. More blanks and more of my minis. We're gonna play with one of my heat presses that I like to move around a little bit, the Cricut, do some DTF stuff, and I'm going to show you guys some fun and easy Cricut projects that are also very profitable. So we are going to have a great night. Awesome. So Jason just dropped the link to the quiz if you were not able to get that last night. Something that we're going to do a little different today. If you guys have questions, please put them in the Q&A section. So if you look down your on the bottom for your Zoom, or I think you might have to, don't get me lying. If y'all are on your cell phone, you might have to swipe for Q&A, but you can submit your questions there. Hey Kiana. Um, so you can submit your questions there and I will be able to answer them. Some of the questions I will answer as many as I can. But I'm not gonna mess our people up. This is Freddie and the post in there. We are live. I'm amazing at crafting, but this going live thing, Jason, I just want you to know that you will be doing this in the future because I am struggling. So yes, I am connecting this. OMG. We got a meeting tomorrow, Jason. Put it on the calendar, 5 p.m. 5 p.m. We are going to get on and go. I'm comfortable in front of the camera. I'm a teacher, so I'm fine with the camera part, like 100% cool with that. It's just the setting the things up part. Oh, I love y'all questions rolling, and I can't wait to answer them. So yeah, just give me just a second, and like I said, we'll get started. We talked about two different types of crafters yesterday, and we talked about Sally and we talked about Tiffany, and I'll revisit those crafters again as well. And yeah, we had this on. So, Jason, can you please message Mayome and tell her that I do not know what I'm doing? And I know that we did this, but it is not working the way that we did it. So I need her help. I am not going to pretend to be perfect, but I am going to promise to do my part to make sure that we are good to go and that we can include as many people as possible. So right now we're in a Zoom room. I want y'all to stay here because again, you can put your messages and stuff. But if for some reason you get kicked out and you can't get back in, we're also on YouTube. And the YouTube view looks so weird to me. I hopefully don't scare myself. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and I will get our Facebook people in when I can. If you are with us tonight, go ahead and drop your C and state and let us know where you're joining us from. See if y'all can find a buddy in the comments that are in the same area as you. That is always so exciting to me. Thank you. Not me, that new hires. Ooh. Hey Loganville. Oh, hey Alexis. Alexis, this is so crazy, but I saw so many people post your Christmas party. It looks so fun. Please invite me next year. I know we don't know each other, but we're besties now. So please do. It looks so fun. She just looks like she knows how to throw a party. Hey Mandy, hey Crystal, and Pat in Jersey. Y'all are cold up there. Yes, I will not complain about the little bit of snow we just got in Georgia, but my babies had a time. I see Wisconsin, Alabama. Coach Tonka is in Alabama too. New York, Louisiana, Illinois, Texas. Coach Lagaya is in Texas, Nebraska, Virginia, Ohio. I love it. I have a lot of Texas people. North Carolina. Hey, Lawrenceville. Hey, Trina. One of my favorite students' moms is in the room. I love my high school babies. Um, yes. Okay, so we're all over, and I love that for us. I love this for us. So I'm going to circle back in just a minute. To our Facebook people. I'm hoping that they either find us in the link here or that they join us on YouTube. Unless Jason, you and my own can set it up on the back end if possible. Okay. So you just work on that. If you need the video, Jason, you should also have the video for that in our recent recordings. No one from Orlando. Is anybody else except for Alicia from Orlando? There was some Orlando's last night on the call. But let's get started because we only have 45 minutes and I really have to honor that time period. We have 4 jam-packed days. Today is day 2 of the Crafting Your Best Year Ever Crafters Edition Challenge. So the day before yesterday, we kind of did a test. We were in the Facebook group. We had a great time and we did the whole we listen and we don't judge thing. Okay. Somebody sent this mail yesterday. If you missed our mail yesterday, it was just so wild. So I'm going to briefly repeat some of the things that we got in the mail yesterday. And they sent us a very small, I think it was just for dramatic effect, one of those little Valentine's cards. I already opened it. It was not that pleasant of an experience, but I'm going to tell y'all what they said real quick before we get started tonight. And remember, I did not say this. It was not me. Okay. It was not me saying this. It was them. So the first thing they said was, why are they making these cards and they don't have no website yet? I did not say it. It was not me. And they did write me a note on the side and say they're only talking to the people that want to monetize and make a lot of money. They are not talking to the people that only want to craft for joy and do cute things for your kids. And that's you, and you're looking to transition to a business, you are in the right place. If you only want to craft for hobby, this is not the room. We are trying to grow businesses and we are trying to scale. We are working towards having 4, 5, and 6-figure years. Okay. So we should be hitting at least 4-figure months, 5-figure months, and growing from there. They said, why did they spend all of this money at the Dollar Tree, but they're not making any money? They said, why are they spending so much money on projects, but ending up with more in materials than what they made? And why do people have to DM them to place orders? So I was like, this is really funny for a Valentine's Day card. I didn't really feel the love on that, but we're gonna let them slide. But the fact that they sent us these nice cards, I thought I would read them to you. So those are some of the things that we definitely want to work on as crafters, making sure that we have our stuff ready to make. So we have the skill sets to make. And if you are a Cricut person, if you are a sublimation person, if you are a DTF person, if you are a resin person, if you are a party favor queen, no matter what it is that you're crafting, I have jewelry makers, florists, so many different crafts, people that are masters with the sewing machine. Where all of my bling people at? Like, go ahead and drop in the chat and tell us what you specialize in. No matter what your craft is, you guys, you know your make, you're growing your make, you're adding to your make. I won't leave our laser people out. I won't leave our 3D printer people out. You got your make, and we're going to still grow that make, right? We're going to come over and we're going to focus on the market part, and we're going to focus on the monetized part. So the thing for my group from Craft to Cash, we focus on mindset, make, market, and monetize. And today is the make day. So for all of my advanced people, stick around. You might just grab something new. You might just grab an easier way to do something. You might be inspired to monetize in a different way, because sometimes we're doing these advanced skills, but they're not actually revenue drivers, because we factor in our materials, but we're not factoring in our time. So that's something that we're going to look at today. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I did not say epoxy. How could I leave my epoxy queens out? Epoxy is not my ministry, but I'm very happy that you guys know how to do it. Okay. So those are the biggies there. And here's my class rules. So, well, I'm coming from the classroom to the craft room. So I should say, here are my craft room rules. My number one rule, number one big idea is that you guys do not go out and buy everything that you see. Please don't go buy everything you see. Okay. I want you to learn a skill. I want you to make some money using that skill. And then after you make some money, we can invest back into the business. Then if you don't have anything yet, there might be some things that you want to invest. I know we have a lot of newbies. Okay. If you're a newbie, go ahead and drop newbie in the chat. Let us know, to be really kind and gentle with you guys. And my newbies are my people who you may have started crafting a little bit. You may not have started crafting a little bit, but you still haven't made, let's say, $10,000 as a crafter yet. Okay. So those will be all of my newbie people. And we are going to take it really easy and really just make sure that you guys feel welcome in this space, because there is room here for all of us. And I like to start in this place because sometimes even the advanced people, again, you have so many advanced skill sets, but you're not really monetizing. Okay, so don't go out and buy everything. That is my number one craft room rule. Rule number two, shake off any intimidation. Okay, don't be intimidated by all the things that you see that I have, all of the equipment. I have over $100,000 of equipment here. I have, thousands and thousands of dollars worth of blanks. This is something that I acquired over years. I did not make $2 million as a crafter overnight. It's something that I worked very hard towards. I added skill after skill, so there's no intimidation here. There's no I wish I had here. There is just, this is where I'm at, and this is where I'm working to go. And that's another reason why, if you are in VIP, you got that planner from me. I want you to use that planner and plan everything out. I gave you an annual planner, a content planner, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but no intimidation. We're just jumping in and we're starting where we are. I will save you guys the long speech of so many amazing and successful people that started later in life, but it's okay if right now you're starting. It's also okay if you are a very experienced crafter and you're not making a lot of money yet. That's okay too. We listen and we don't judge. We learn and we execute. So that's kind of where we are now. And that's a lot of what we talked about yesterday as well, guys. Okay. So those are my rules there. I have to take notes, guys, because if not, we will be here for 3 hours. And most of my notes tell me to make sure that I'm staying on track with time. So you guys have the free community. If you have not been in the free community yet, please get that link from your email. It is completely free. There's no, if you want to get, you know what I mean? Like, just go in there, have a good time, introduce yourself, and join. That is just for this session here. So it's like, it's, I think it's just under like 8,000 people in that group. So just go in there, have a good time, introduce yourself, find some sisters, find some crafting sisters or crafting brothers. We did have some guys show up, and I was very excited about that. But go in there and just have a good time, okay? I also have to shout out my coaches before we get started. So one of my coaches is coming on tomorrow, and we do have a few surprises for you guys this week. I'm not going to tell you who because this is a surprise, but I'm very excited. I do not do this by myself. So I have an entire team in from Craft to Cash. We collaborate, we work together. Shout out to my back end team. There's so many people behind the scenes that are just, working really hard together to make this work. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful for you. It is about currently 13 of us and growing. So I'm just really grateful for this community. So in the challenge, because we don't have a lot of time, you'll mostly see me. I'll bring on some other experts as well the next couple of days, but I'm excited to have you here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Again, tonight we are working on the make pillar. So we are going to be making some things. And I wanted to just keep it like just as free as possible. I didn't want to do a lot of stuff because I wanted it to be like real time getting ready for you guys so you can see how quick and easy this stuff is. Again, this sweatshirt that I have on, can I keep it real, y'all? My husband was supposed to bring me, baby, if you're watching, I'm not being shady, I'm just telling the truth. My husband was supposed to bring my jeans and my sneakers and my waist trainer. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. That's what he was supposed to bring for me. I asked for my little hairspray. Everything was laying on the bed. I did not have time to run home. So I have on my teacher clothes under this. And I just took 2 minutes to make this super cutesy sweatshirt. I usually keep them stocked because I sell so many. So this is just a regular Gildan sweatshirt. These things are so cheap. They're like $8.80, which I absolutely love. And then when you pair them with DTFs, this DTF print cost me about $3 if you're looking at the size of the sheet. So I was very happy to be able to put that on. Okay. Thank you. So I'm going to switch this over here so you guys can see a little bit of what's going on over here. And you see where we are. So I will move this as we are in here. But this is kind of what I'm looking at now. Okay. So this here is called a game sheet for those of you who have never used a game sheet before. And a game sheet is for DTF. DTF is for direct to film print. Okay. If you are one of my Cricut people and you are not currently using DTF, DTF is a game changer because you don't have to have like any additional equipment really. You can order your game sheets, you can order individual designs and transfers, and you can add this to what you have. Okay. So you guys saw the shirt I have on. I have a lot of these because I am going to sell some of them. And I'm just going to cut out this one design. As you can see, I have a lot of little hearts in here too. I am very, very frugal and I like to get my money's worth. So whenever I do a game sheet, unless I'm in a rush, I will fill my game sheet up with extra things. So this would not even really be a Cricut project unless we were using print and cuts. But other than that, this will be a lot to have to do for that. So let's start with our DTF print. And I'm going to come over in just a second if I'm out of your view and turn on my heat press because we use a lower setting for DTF than we do for sublimation. So I'm going to go ahead and get that baby up and running. My DTFs, I typically press them on like 290 to 300 because that is the setting for my paper. You might have something different. So you just really have to follow the guide from wherever you purchase them from. There are so many places you can buy game sheets. One of my favorite place, guys, is a place called DTF Dallas. And I know some of you are thinking, but coach, you have a whole commercial DTF printer. I sure do, but sometimes I'm busy. And sometimes this is convenient. And sometimes time is money. So when time is money for me, I make the adjustment and I go. So if you don't put a bunch of stuff on your DTF sheet like I did, you can just usually slice it and go right down the middle and stuff. That's pretty easy. So this is the little baby heart we're doing. It matches my shirt. I am making this little baby one for my daughter. It's the same size as the one on my shirt, but this one is just going to be for her sweatshirt. So just to come back here for a second, we can look at it and see this DTF is the same exact size as the one on my shirt. Like this one's just going to go on her shirt. So let me see what we got going on. Y'all doing okay? DTF is a game changer. Who do you answer that? And y'all go ahead. If you're already ordering DTF, go ahead and drop. Let them know who your favorite DTF vendor is. I know a lot of people like Ninja Transfers. A lot of people, there's a lot of them out there. Perfect Press. Yeah, so there are a lot of them. Jiffy, I like Jiffy. Jiffy's just a little costly, but again, sometimes it's just still worth it. My sister, great. Okay, awesome. Right? Because we're collaborating, we're not competing. So back over here, I'm going ahead and I'm letting my heat press heat up. While that is heating up, I want to show you guys some other things, okay? So over here, this is where I'm going to use my heat press. Again, I'm only going to press this for about 10 seconds. I saw somebody ask a question. I'm sorry I missed that. Can you please put that in the Q&A for me? I'm going to go ahead and give you a preview of something else. So I told you guys we'll do a Cricut project tonight and we'll do a sublimation project tonight. I'm going to go ahead and preview some of the sublimation stuff so that we are making the best use of our time. And then I'll answer some questions if our heat is still not ready. Again, I did not want to turn it on in advance because I wanted to be in real time. Okay. These babies right here, you can get like a whole set of them on Amazon for like $26. When I tell you that these are a great money maker for me, I buy them in bulk overseas. So I usually buy about 500 at a time, but I don't suggest that unless you know that you're going to be able to push and sell that volume. So if you're still working on building up your clientele, I would not do that just yet. But this is a sublimation. And remember, sublimation is a dye infusion process. Where are all my subbers at? Let me know in the chat. Have you subbed yet? Let me know if you have not subbed yet. If you have not sublimated yet or you have sublimated yet. I'm really interested in this part because we've been going so hard with sublimation. Oh, right over here. Okay, guys. I subber. Yes, 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 yes. I have not. Hey, Amy. Okay, that's okay. Never. No, 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 no. So if you have never subbed before, this is about to change your life. Okay, this one's going to change the game for you if you have not sublimated yet. It's definitely a great skill to have, especially for my Cricut people. If you have a Cricut, sublimation is a great tool to have, and it does not mean you have to go out and buy a printer. Okay, you do not have to go out and buy a printer. You also can use purchase sublimation transfers just like you can purchase DTF transfers and only get what you need until you're ready to invest in equipment. Um, my favorite sublimation printer is by far the Epson. I do not recommend a lot of the fancy sublimation printers where they charge you so much for the machine. I'm kind of afraid to say certain names because I don't want to get in trouble. But can y'all drop the names of some of the expensive sublimation printers? There's one in particular I'm thinking about right now that I don't recommend. So I might be able to blink twice. But some of these names I just can't be dropping. Where's Kiana at? Let us know. Yes. Okay. A lot of people have told you, well, we should not be running out and buying. If you have purchased it, I'm sorry. But what happens with a lot of those printers? Those printers are one, they're expensive, and then two, the ink is expensive. It's so expensive to maintain. What I love to use for sublimation are Epson EcoTape printers. And they come in a few sizes. Okay, said I'm talking too much. It's ready. They come in a few sizes. I love those printers because you might have heard the word if you heard a little about it, convert. But converting literally means buying your printer and not putting regular ink in it and putting sublimation ink in it, and then you converted your printer. It's literally that simple to start and get started with that. So let's hang tight on that one. I will talk a little bit about that one in a second. We're going to go ahead and knock our simple easy PTETX project out. So let me make sure I got enough room. It's going to be a little tight. My Cricut bag. It was so hard for me to decide which Cricut to pull off of the shelf today. Said, let's try the new one. If you have an Explorer, that's great. If you have an Explorer 2 or 3, that is great. If you have the Cricut Maker, that is great. If you have one of the older models, that's great. The only thing that I would say is if you have one of the older models that's still using cartridges, let's keep them. I would cherish mine forever. I have the very first Cricut that was ever made, and the Cricut cakes, and all of the older things. But if you have a super old model of the Cricut, guys, I do want you to consider upgrading to one of the models that don't require cartridges, just for some of the newer features. Now, with BTF, you don't have to use the lint roller, but I still like to. It just takes out the chance of anything getting in there. Depending on my material, depending on my material, I might even pre-press. Some people like to take their shirt first and they like to fold it in half to make sure there's a perfect crease going down the line. Or sometimes we can use something called t-shirt guides. I'm actually giving a lot of t-shirt guides away so you guys to get some of those as prizes. But for me, I'm pretty good at this point. I would hope so after pressing t-shirts all day. So then I'm just going to throw this baby in. I don't need anything to go over it for my time and temp. I'm just going to press this button. If you guys are looking at this heat press, I just want to let you know it is not my favorite. I'm so grateful that they sent it to me, but I also told them I'm always going to give honest reviews. I like their newer model better. I do. I like their newer model better because their newer model has pressure adjustment that work a little better. And I'm just checking you guys out in here. I converted ET15. Yes, I love them. So hopefully we'll have some time about to be able to talk about some of this stuff. And just give me a second and I will check some of this out as well. Okay, so this is not necessary, but it's just going to speed up the process a little bit. This is called a cooling block. And it's just like a block that I like to leave in the fridge. And then when I'm pressing, it just helps things get ready a little bit faster just to save us a little bit of time. Typically, when I'm pressing orders, I'll be running two machines, two heat presses at the same time, going back and forth, really focusing on accuracy, but decent completion time as well. So you see how easy that is, right? Now, if I do a second press, it's going to make it even softer, and that'll be great. But I kind of like it as is because I want it to be nice and vibrant. This is for my mini me. She's 10. Her name is Kennedy. And I can't wait to go home and give her that. So, for all of my overthinkers, that was how easy and simple it was for me to use a DTF print. Okay. I told you guys here, y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you what's going on. I have a whole roll of these, and I actually have about for those people that can see what's going on, I have several other rolls of these as well. So I have a bunch of these rolls over here, and I'm actually going to sell them at a very, very affordable price. If you guys have ever gone on like Etsy and you're like, oh my gosh, how is my competitor selling shirts for $10 and $15? This is one of the ways that you can do things in volume and not use a lot of time. Okay. So just think about that. And let me go ahead and take a few questions before we move on to our next part and make sure that we're good. Okay, cool. So we are good there. So, questions. What's the less expensive printer I can use to start sublimation? If you're like very beginner and you really don't want to spend a lot at all, my favorite, I guess, would be the Epson 2800. It is a smaller one. You're going to be able to print out about this size, 8.5 by 11. But there's still so much you can do with that. There are so many smaller sublimation projects. And then also, if you want to do something a little bit bigger, you can tape them together. Now, when you get serious, that's when you want to go ahead and upgrade it to maybe the next size, like the 15 or the 16,000. And then there's another one, what's that, 8750? I'm looking over here because that's where a lot of my printers are there and in my office. But you will actually, when you get going, you'll probably want to have several of them for several different things. So I do a lot of tumblers for teams. I do a lot of smaller things. I might have those prints running on one thing, and it's just like literally go, 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 go. On my next one, I might set up for my t-shirt designs, go, 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 go. On my wide format printer, I do not enjoy all over shirts, but I will do like some little baby blankets or receiving things. That is kind of what I might use that for. So I hope that helps. I need the pressure adjustment one. Yeah, Alexa, this is not great for that. It's great for like vital, but it's just not great for the other stuff. Where is your craft room if not at home? Teller. So Teller, okay, so I used to have just last year, I used to have all of this stuff in my house, and my husband kind of was like, "You gotta go." So it just really just started taking over. I was buying more and more equipment as my business is growing. I had like a 20-foot by 20-foot storage unit. I'm going back and forth doing stuff. And he was like, you just need to get a spot. So in addition to crafting and just everything that I do as a crafter, we also manage an 8-figure real estate portfolio. So real estate is a big thing for us. Um, just unrelated, but we're currently renovating an apartment complex that used to be a motel in New Mexico. We flip houses, we buy and hold. We're landlords. Not all that stuff is glorious at all. I like picking out pretty countertops. But yeah, so what we did was I used my crafting money and I put a huge down payment down on this place, which is called the Craft House. So every single room in this house is for crafting. I have an office for crafting, the main area that we're in. I showed you guys a little bit about that. My printing station over there, just more crafting stuff. That's one of my teaching boards for my in-person classes with the collective. We usually do a monthly class in person for the people that want to come and travel in. I have a heat press room. I have a room down at the bottom that has I have 4 embroidery heads and then my commercial DTF printer and a bunch of embroidery blanks, heat presses, all the things. So we have a great time over here. And yes, Jasmine, thank you. I do not recommend converting something that you already have. You can, but it's just such a pain. Just keep, because I also have the Epson as regular printers too. They make fabulous, fabulous regular printers for my people that do party favors and treats and like little stuff like this. Like you're making like the little bouquets with the little pictures and stuff when you're doing little centerpieces and party favors and stuff. So the Epson is also a phenomenal printer. So you can keep it as a regular printer and then buy another one that's appropriate for sublimation. You froze and I couldn't hear the last thing you said about Etsy. I'm not sure. The volume went out for a second. Where did you go again for Etsy for the design? Yes, but VIP, I also gave you 20 gorgeous designs, including this one and the other one that I saw on there. So don't go buy those if you're already in there. I gave you these designs. Where's the best heat press you like? I like the basic, y'all. Right now, like I said, I use this for vinyl and even some sublimation one color stuff, not too complicated. My favorite heat press is the 15 by 15 basic heat press. It's just a regular press. It's on Amazon for under $200. They're typically around 180 to 200 free shipping. How do you know the sizes for the gang sheet? So that's a great question, Diana. So for the gang sheets, you can literally order just the prints, just the prints. You can order just the size you want, or they'll give you different options and say you can do like a 22-inch by 40-inch, a 22-inch by 60, 80, 100, 120, 500. So it just depends on that particular vendor, and you order based on that. Tia, he absolutely said at because I have an office at home, right? And it's a good size. So I was good to go there. And then the next thing you know, I was like, embroidery is just taking to me too long. I need to add some more machines back here. And the next thing you know, all the kids' room, though, I got 4 kids. All their stuff got kicked out the playroom, and that was in addition to my workspace. Then when I got my DTF printer and I put that in there, and y'all, the oven for the DTF printer is massive. I don't suggest going out and buying a DTF printer. That is not the message. I bought mine at like when they first came out and it became a big thing. If I had to start all over today, I would only be ordering gang sheets. In fact, y'all see me ordering gang sheets. DTF printing is not like regular paper printing. So it's like you have to watch it. There are powders. There are very, very dangerous fumes that come from those powders. They are cancer causing. So luckily the machine has covers and safeguards and filters, but you literally have to like you're watching the paper going through, you're making sure that it's shaking the whole time it's printing. You're making sure it doesn't touch one edge or the other. It's not like a thing where I'm like, oh, these prints are going to take 2 hours. I'll be back. It doesn't work like that. Okay. So if you want to start in DTF, don't y'all go out and be like, oh, when this income tax check come, I am gonna go get me a DTF printer. I don't suggest it unless you are already doing crazy volume and you know that you're gonna make your money back from it. But again, I want you to think about the time associated with making. People are selling these things so cheap now that it just is not a good investment unless you must have it. Okay. Um, so yeah, let's see. Yes, Epson, I love, 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 love. Can't see you. Is it my screen? I can hear you though. Y'all can see me, right? Y'all should be able to see me. If you're on your cell phone, it might be a little weird. So, how do the designs get to the gang sheet? This is a great question. So, one thing I tell you guys, I'm not going to tell you to go out and buy everything, but one of the things that I tell you that you really, really should have, if you're a newbie or you're in the beginning stages and you haven't quite yet gotten to Photoshop or Illustrator, even if you have, so even if you got into that stage, guys, I highly recommend that you guys have a Canva Pro subscription. I don't get paid from this. I don't have an affiliate link to drop for you, but Canva Pro is everything. They are constantly adding new features. It's amazing. So when I do DTF designs, and hopefully if we have a little bit of time at the end, I'll come back and show you guys, but it's already 7:38. I gotta get moving. But I go on Canva, right? I either design my things or I go and I purchase designs. And then I go and I put them on a sheet and then I send them to the person that's going to print. Because you know, on Canva, you can make custom dimensions. Typically I order 22 by 80. And if I need multiple sheets, that's what I do. And I can show you what that looks like. So here it are like four of the most, well, I can't count five. Here are like five of the most recent sheets that I bought. So even if I need more, just because of the fit, that's how I'll do that. Okay. So I hope that helps. So I will come back and answer some more questions. Is there a program you use to set up your gang sheet? I hope that helped. Canva, I use Canva. Um, but you can also use Photoshop, Illustrator, um, all of the Adobe, a lot of the Adobe things you can use too. So you make designs in Canva instead of Cricut Design Space. Oh yes. I love my Cricut, y'all. I've been with Cricut forever. Cricut has gotten so much money from me for Design Space. I'm not telling y'all not to get it, but I'm telling y'all that for free, without an additional subscription, you can create your designs on Canva, even the pieces for SVGs. You can design them on Canva, remove the backgrounds with a Pro Edition. You can upload them into your Cricut software, and you're good to go. Okay. So I like to save money. Yes, Creative Fabrica is also great for designs. Is it okay to buy designs and sell them? It is. You can absolutely buy designs and sell them. You just want to make sure that you have the right to sell. And they'll usually tell you in the description. Sometimes when I love designs and I want to give them to my community, I might reach out to the person to say, hey, can I have a commercial license for this? And that's just kind of how I do that. And that's what I had to do with some of the designs that I included in the design bundle that VIP got. Okay, so let's go on to the next fun thing. I'm coming back over here, and what I'm going to show you guys is the heat setting for sublimation is a little bit different. Okay, it's a little bit different. So we're on 300 right now. I'm going to go all the way up to about 385. Anywhere between maybe like 385 and 400 is a great place to be for sublimation. I typically sub for 60 seconds. And yeah, typically sub for 60 seconds or so. You also can follow the instructions. Most times your sub stuff will come with instructions for you. And I'll give you an example of where it's not one size fits all. Okay. So some of the ways I make money in the strangest ways on Etsy, guys. Like, oh, oops, I'm not gonna push that. But some of the strange ways, I sell a lot of plates. So plates in different sizes. I'm gonna show you guys some of this stuff. Um, Plates in different sizes, you can sublimate on plates. So this size and the other size, typically when you get your sublimation plates, they come with a stand. That is a great market. You would not believe me. A lot of people for weddings, speaking of weddings, I got something to share with you guys. But a lot of people for weddings, they want their custom stuff. So they really enjoy those there. It's a great alternative to more expensive options. If you guys look up here, this is a sublimation charcuterie set. I'm not putting it back up there, right? Because I don't want to break it. But this is a charcuterie set. These are actually great V-Day sellers as well. This is the top, which is the cutting board, and then it comes with all the QT pieces in there. Loves, loves, loves. So that is a sublimation thing as well. Um, the wine boxes, which you guys can see over there in the corner, you can see them here as well. This is the wine box that you put the wine bottles in. So that's a great sublimation tool as well. This here is a wine bottle with a custom label. That's not sublimation, y'all. That's just a regular printer. That's what I was telling you guys. Like, don't convert your regular printer. Use your printer for a printer, and then purchase a sublimation printer for sublimation. This on top, it's called a wine butler. Trying to find. I don't see any loose, so I'll show you guys that real quick because our heat is not ready anyway. I'm gonna take those out. But this is the wine butler. You can customize them as well. They sub so gorgeous, so pretty. But y'all, there are literally, I know that I have at least 120 sublimation blanks in stock. Just for the things that I make and I sell on Etsy. This is one of my best sellers as well. These are dog bowls. And I have two different sizes in dog bowls. Etsy eats these up. I mean, for real, for real. They love them. Dog lovers everywhere love them. Okay. Sublimation notebooks. I mean, sublimation is just so vast, right? So I really wanted to hit on that, especially for my Cricut people. So we are ready over here. And this project is going to be so easy. I just realized what I forgot. I forgot tape, but it's okay. So if it comes out a little imperfect, I'm here sold tonight, so we're just going to try to make it work. So this is the insert that's going to go here, and this is going to peel off, and we'll come back to that in a second. But this is basically what we're subbing. I have butcher paper here. As you guys can see, it is only a little heart. And we're going to pray that this sublimate this printer is not going to be this heat press is not going to be angry with me right now. That's going to give us a good press because we were just talking about it. I still love you, you know, just for certain things, okay? And the important thing, which I think I already did, but you really want to make sure, I think I got it already, but that you peel the film off of it. I do not trust myself, so I'm going to start from the beginning on this one. So this is a brand new one out of the box, just to make sure. And as you can see, I'm just finding the film for that. When you buy a lot of sublimation things, guys, they typically have a film on it. So if you've ever tried it and it came out horrific and you said, I'm never trying again, that's probably why it came out really bad. And I just had a few because I always just like to print a few just in case. And I definitely wasted a lot of paper. Bad me. I could have totally not wasted as much paper on this. And it doesn't need to be perfect. Then I want to take the design and I'm going to put it across the name that I put on here. And then for those of us who were on a call last night, the name that I chose for this is Tiffany Surprise. And I'm going to put that on there. I think I'm lining it up pretty good. I am totally thug life right now by not having tape on here. But let's just hope that it's gracious. And I'm going to push it in here. I'm gonna give that 60 seconds. And while that is working, let's see some of your questions. Oh my God, guys, it's 7:46. We gotta go. We ran out of time. So many questions. I am going to have to look at some of your questions overnight and come back to some of these things. A lot of these sublimation links you can get on Amazon. What did I miss last evening? We did mindset. Guys, we are going to continue this in VIP. I am going to stay on for a few minutes, but I do have to honor VIP at 8:30, where I'm going to sit down and answer every single question and talk about just some more advanced things. Recommended DTF machine for first time users. I don't have a recommendation for DTF machines for first time users. I think they're all, I only support the commercial versions because a lot of times people are converting They're Epson printers, and that's very dangerous because you're shaking the fumes and stuff in your face. They have reported that they're cancer causing, so I can't in good conscience recommend them. I would recommend that if you're going to do it, do it. Can we get a replay of the Zoom? Absolutely. If you are in VIP, you get all the replays, all the designs, templates. I gave you guys blanket templates, t-shirt templates. Do you purchase sublimation from some company? I purchase if I order sublimation sheets, which I don't at this point, but a lot of people sell them on Etsy. DTF can only be created on a DTF machine, or can it be created with Silhouette? So you cannot create DTFs on Cricut, but what you can do is print and cut. And they also have a special paper that you can print on as well. If you're sublimating on dark items that you can use with your print and cut features as well. What heat press do you recommend? I think I answered that. Um, what else we got? How do you balance being a 9 to 5 millionaire? Y'all, being a millionaire is overrated. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I know they're like, yeah, that's of course you would say that. Do you do your dog bowls in the oven? Yes, I use a convection oven. What is the time and setting for 20-ounce tumblers? So I do have tumbler presses. I don't love them. But I don't also somebody asked a really good question, which this collective, my community, we talk about that a lot. And I don't believe in balance. They know this. I believe in rhythm. So sometimes I have to focus on giving one area everything that I have, and then I can circle back and be excellent in other areas. I give myself grace, and I pray a lot. And I think that the big thing for me is I know that I can have it all, but I cannot do it all. So I definitely use my resources. I don't try to do everything by myself ever, because that would be setting myself up for failure, right? So I outsource my laundry. That is not a people with money thing. I've been outsourcing my laundry since I was a teacher, and that was my only job. So outsource your laundry. I use a company called Poplin. It's only $1 a pound. So at home, I wash all of our linens, and I wash my husband's clothes because he's a big guy. So I'm not sending all that heavy stuff off, or all of our linens and stuff. So look at this, guys. I love these with pictures too, but since I'm so obsessed with Tiffany, and no, Tiffany, not you. I do love you too, but this wasn't about you. This was about our names, but I will give you this when I see you. Um, but yeah, look at these gorgeous mirrors. I love them. These are a great upsell. You guys in my program know you are so tired of me talking about upsells and bundles. But these are a great addition, especially when you're serving teams, clubs, and businesses. Sorry guys, that's my alarm reminding me that we got to get out of here because we're over time. So I hope you love that. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to take some Cricut stuff over into VIP, but I also believe in integrity. I'm very big on my word, so I will come back and add the Cricut project that we were going to do here today to tomorrow. So I'm so sorry that we ran out of time, but I promise you I will add that to tomorrow. I have a few more cutesy things that I want to show you guys. Hold on. So some of the other things, if you're using DTF, guys, it's not just DTF for pressing stuff. You also can use something called UV DTF. And with UV DTF, those are the things that you can take and put on any surface. So just like I put this heart on my shirt, I could go print out a gorgeous picture or anything. This is actually a clear film. I'm not taking it off yet because I'm not ready to use it yet. These get stuffed with flowers. These are actually for one of my private labelers, but she just got a really gorgeous image for these for her friends, that she got like 100 people that she's had at that event. But yeah, so I'm excited. So that's going to be a UV DTF that goes on this. If you guys have ever seen those clear glasses with the wooden tops and the straws, those are also UV DTF. Great, great, great stuff. I'm going to not talk about it too much because Coach Kiana is coming on. So y'all see Coach Kiana this week, and she is a master with UVDTF. She specializes in journals and AI and creating your own images. So I'm excited to have her. UVDTF can also go on stuff like this. Of course, we can always use our bestie Cricut. So you can use great Cricut designs on these. These are great sellers. These are also very inexpensive to purchase. So if you look for like forever flowers on Amazon, you will be surprised how affordable you can make these gifts for and sell these gifts for. They have little drawers. The original version comes with jewelry, but this was all by design. I typically take that jewelry out and it has like a little foam pad and put something custom in there because the jewelry is so cheap. Um, but yeah, so we just have so much to talk about for the rest of the week. So I hope you guys come back. I would love to talk to you about outsourcing some of your prints and who you can do that through. That's something that we specialize in the collective, which is my paid community. So I just want to let you guys know I got a lot of feedback, and people are like, I want to join a VIP, but then if I want to join a collective, I don't want to spend the money twice, but I don't want to miss anything. So this is what I told you guys. If you join VIP and then you later decide to join my community so that we can make, market, and monetize together, I am going to give you, there's a discount code available right now in the VIP room for gold and platinum. I would give you your money back to join the program. So if you were thinking about joining VIP, but you're like, I'm going to wait because I want to know about the collective, didn't have time to talk about it today, I will go all in on that tomorrow. But go ahead and get in the VIP room. If you love it here and you decide to join a collective with us, I'll give you your $97 back or your $47 back, whatever you spend, to join our program. So these are super cutesy. I wish I could open up my umbrella back here, but my grandmother would not have that. I want to show you how fabulous these sub prints are, but this is something that I outsourced, even though I can sew very well. It was my first love. The process of putting on zippers and stuff just was not monetarily beneficial to me. We want to focus when we're monetizing. In a collective, we also talk about doing a lot of your own print and being party ready. This is my baby. I like to make sure I'm showing my girl off. This is Carissa. She's one. But just so many different things you can do. So we talked about thought orders and all the great things. So I hope you guys had a good time tonight. Again, I promise you that I will revisit the Cricut project tomorrow since we ran out of time. I'm going to grab a few more questions and then I really have to go because they're on at 8. So let me see. So yes, I'm so glad someone answered that question. Balance. That's such a funny concept. Um, Where can you get those hearts? You can get these hearts on Etsy. Is there a link available for yesterday's live? Cece, if you join VIP, there is actually, you guys have the challenge room. I showed you everything you get in VIP. I can hop over there really quick again. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Look, y'all, I had the Cricut all up and ready to go. I was ready to cut and show off. Okay. But let me show you what that room looks like. So this is the Platinum VIP room. I just want to be clear. The biggest benefit of VIP is that you guys get a one-on-one call with me. So if you think that I can go through all these things now, imagine how awesome a one-on-one talking about your business or the business that you're starting would be. So you guys get a power session with me. We're able to cover a lot in a short amount of time. I think that's the number one benefit. The number two benefit, why you want to join VIP, is the community. Our community is super, super awesome. We're going to be on for Q&A. And if you thought this was valuable, I am literally going to be answering questions for the next 30 minutes in VIP. You also get a workbook. The workbook's on fire. And my team went all out, and you actually can fill the boxes in. Like, have y'all ever got like the PDFs that you must print out and it's so annoying because you didn't want to print, you wanted to keep it this way? But I go through that. A lot of you guys that were on a call last night, we went through my 20 C's. My 20 C's are super awesome. And then they're also up here for you as well. So that was a big deal. It goes through every day, make, market, monetize with the major themes. Um, and just so much for you there. So it was really good and it broke those up for you. Your badge, all of your links. So again, you guys have all of your links for regular session plus VIP session here. YouTube and Facebook, which we struggled on one, but we got two down today. So I'm excited about that. Again, all of the replays are available for you. Oh, you guys also get the 30 days to crafting confidence plan. So I'm excited about that. Your one-on-one session with me. I gave you guys an annual planner, which is really cool. I told you, which this was most people's favorite. I thought it would be spending the time with me, but they were like, "Oh, I love the designs, coach." So this was the designs I gave you guys. The collective group, I actually gave about 140. So there was some awesome, awesome designs in here that I purchased and got permission to use commercially. And some of them, as you can see, are for Cricut. These are Cricut friendly. So some of these are Cricut friendly and some of them are DTF friendly. So I gave you guys a good blend of those. I also gave you blanket templates because I want to teach you guys how that's a great money maker. You also have this awesome, y'all, this is incredible, a content planning worksheet. In the collective, you guys do have that filled in version. I do actually go through that with my group during our content planning sessions. But you can break down your content by each day, put your links and your captions, your hashtags, check off your progress. So that's fantastic in planning. So I just went all out. And actually, my coaches never trust a coach who doesn't have a coach. My coaches were like, "You are doing entirely too much. Why would you include all that?" And I'm hard-headed, but it's a great time in VIP. So Jason is going to, if he hasn't already, I can't see the chat, drop that link for you again. Can we buy the designs if we're not VIP? I don't sell outside of my collective. I really just like to focus on growing the whole business. So I don't just sell things to just crafters. Do we lose the community after the challenge? At this time, yes, Jody. The community stays for the collective. And yes. So, where do you order your t-shirts and hoodies? I like to order a lot of my stuff from a place called Alfred Roder, Aviva, and SS Activewear are probably my top three. But also, I do give you guys literally a list of dozens and dozens of vendors for different things in the actual collective, and we go through practicing that. Morticia said, "Thank you, Morticia. VIP is also in your email." And I hope to see more of you guys there. So again, last challenge, some of y'all called me. I was like, "Coach, can I please have the VIP money to use towards joining the program?" And last time I said no, get somebody else to do it. This time, I want y'all to build your businesses. I'm doing everything I can to help you get there. I am giving as much as possible. I am showing up with you guys for 4 days for free in person. So I hope that you are taking all this in. I'll see you guys on tomorrow's call, which again, I will come back with that Cricut project plus everything that's in store for tomorrow. I won't take up the other coaches' time too much, so y'all don't be mad. Y'all know I like to get on and I like to go in. Okay, so I hope to see you guys there. And yes, y'all have a great night. Be my VIPs. I will see you soon. As soon as you sign up, you will get the links with access to your email. Make sure you check your spam mail, okay? Sometimes they go to your spam mail. If you still have problems, all you guys have to do is text the number that I text you from. And Jason or the rest of my team, Jason, Jess, Tim, there's a lot of people in the back end working for you guys, making sure that this happens. So you can text us back. The content planner link does not work. It's giving an error message. Okay, let's work that out in VIP. You should just be able to click and make a copy. Unless, guys, if you're clicking from the regular room, none of the links work. Those were just previews so that the people could see what was in VIP. Make sure it actually says platinum room or gold room at the top. Okay. So you are very welcome. All right. Is there a deadline to join the collective? Alicia, we'll talk a lot more about all the details for the collective tomorrow. Again, I like to operate in integrity, so I want to make sure that we're using most of our time, making sure that you're learning. So I will carve out a little bit of time for that tomorrow, okay? But I just wanted to make sure that you guys got everything you needed. I bought gold. Is it possible to get platinum? Absolutely. Actually, if you look on you know how we have our communities, you have your private channel for gold. And Jason, actually, can you please send her the link as well if you can on the back end? Oh, thanks. Jason just said he's going to send it. And that's anybody. And if y'all want to upgrade from gold to platinum for all the extra perks, absolutely. We'll talk about it in just a minute. VIP, let me just grab a little sip of water real quick and I'll make sure you get all your time and then some. And I'll see you in a few minutes. Everybody else, it's been a great night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys. Too much going on over here.